In the name of Jehovah Allah, most gracious, most merciful. The book of Proverbs, chapter 21. The king's heart is in the hand of Allah Yahweh as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but Jehovah Allah pondereth the hearts. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to Yahweh than sacrifice. A high look and a proud heart, and the plowing of the wicked is sin. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but of every one that is hasty only to lack. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death. The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them, because they refuse to do judgment. The way of man is froward and strange, but as for the pure, his work is right. It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. The soul of the wicked desireth evil. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. When the scorner is punished, the simple is made wise, and when the wise is instructed, he receiveth knowledge. The righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked, but Allah overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness. Whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself, but shall not be heard. A gift in secret pacifieth anger, and a reward in the bosom strong wrath. It is joy to the just to do judgment, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the transgressor for the upright. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. There is treasure to be desired, and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up. He that followeth after righteousness and mercy findeth life, righteousness, and honor. A wise man scaleth the city of the mighty, and casteth down the strength of the confidence thereof. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. Proud and haughty scorner is his name, who dealeth in proud wrath. The desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hands refuse to labor. He coveteth greedily all the day long, but the righteous giveth and spareth not. The sacrifice of the wicked is abomination. How much more when he bringeth it with a wicked mind? A false witness shall perish, but the man that heareth speaketh constantly. A wicked man hardeneth his face, but as for the upright, he directeth his way. There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against Jehovah Allah. The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of Allah Yahweh.
In the name of Jehovah Allah, most gracious, most merciful. The book of Psalms, Psalm number 15. A Psalm of David. Allah Yah, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh uprightly, and worketh righteousness, and speaketh the truth in his heart. He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor, in whose eyes a vile person is condemned. But he honoureth them that fear Jehovah Allah. He that sweareth to his own hurt, and changeth not. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent. He that doeth these things shall never be moved.
In the name of Jehovah Allah, most gracious, most merciful. The Quran, Surah number 89, Al-Fajr, daybreak. By the daybreak, by the 10 nights, by the even and the odd, by the night as it passes. Is this oath strong enough for a rational person? Have you, friends, considered how your Lord dealt with the people of Ad, of Aram, the city of lofty pillars, whose like has never been made in any land, and the Thamud, who hewed into the rocks in the valley, and the mighty and powerful Pharaoh? All of them committed excesses in their lands, and spread corruption there. Your Lord let a scourge of punishment loose on them. Your Lord is always on the watch. The nature of man is that when his Lord tries him through honor and blessings, he says, "My Lord has honored me." But when he tries him through the restriction of his provision, he says, "My Lord has humiliated me." No, indeed. You people do not honor orphans. You do not urge one another to feed the poor. You consume inheritance greedily, and you love wealth with passion. No, indeed. When the earth is pounded dust, pounded and pounded, when your Lord comes with angels, row after row, when hell is that day brought near, on that day man will take heed. But what good will that be to him then? He will say, "Would that I had provided for this life to come." On that day no one will punish as he punishes, and no one will bind as he binds. But you, soul at peace, return to your Lord well pleased and well pleasing. Go in among my servants and into my garden.
In the name of Jehovah Allah, most gracious, most merciful. The Book of the Wisdom of Yahshua ben Sirach, the son of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 46. Yahshua, the son of No, was valiant in the wars, and was the successor of Moses in prophecies, who, according to his name, was made great for the saving of the elect of God, and taking vengeance of the enemies that rose up against them, that he might set Israel in their inheritance. How great glory gat he, when he did lift up his hands, and stretched out his sword against the cities! Who before him so stood to it? For Yahweh himself brought his enemies unto him. Did not the sun go back by his means? And was not one day as long as two? He called upon the Most High Lord, when the enemies pressed upon him on every side. And the great Lord heard him. And with hailstones of mighty power he made the battle to fall violently upon the nations. And in the descent of Beth Horon he destroyed them that resisted, that the nations might know all their strength, because he fought in the sight of Allah Yahweh, and he followed the mighty one. In the time of Moses also he did a work of mercy, he and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, in that they withstood the congregation, and withheld the people from sin, and appeased the wicked murmuring. And of 600,000 people on foot, they too were preserved to bring them into the heritage, even unto the land that floweth with milk and honey. Allah Yahweh gave strength also unto Caleb, which remained with him unto his old age, so that he entered upon the high places of the land, and his seed obtained it for an heritage, that all the children of Israel might see that it is good to follow Jehovah Allah. And concerning the judges, every one by name whose heart went not a whoring, nor departed from the Lord, let their memory be blessed. Let their bones flourish out of their place, and let the name of them that were honored be continued upon their children. Samuel, the prophet of Allah Yahweh, beloved of his Lord, established a kingdom, and anointed princes over his people. By the law of Yah he judged the congregation, and the Lord had respect unto Jacob. By his faithfulness he was found a true prophet, and by his word he was known to be faithful in vision. He called upon the mighty Lord when his enemies pressed upon him on every side, when he offered the sucking lamb. And Yahweh thundered from heaven, and with a great noise made his voice to be heard, and he destroyed the rulers of the Tyrians and all the princes of the Philistines. And before his long sleep he made protestations in the sight of Jehovah and his anointed. I have not taken any man's goods, so much as a shoe. And no man did accuse him. And after his death he prophesied, and showed the king his end, and lifted up his voice from the earth in the prophecy, to blot out the wickedness of the people. In the name of Jehovah, Allah, most gracious, most merciful. The book of the Gospel according to St. Mark, chapter 13. And as he went out of the temple, one of his disciples saith unto him, Master, see what manner of stones and what buildings are here. And Jesus answering said unto him, Seest thou these great buildings? There shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives over against the temple, Peter and James and John and Andrew asked him privately, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign when all these things shall be fulfilled? And Jesus answering them began to say, Take heed lest any deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be. But the end shall not be yet. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in divers places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginnings of sorrows. But take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to councils, and in the synagogues ye shall be beaten, and ye shall be brought before rulers and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them. And the gospel must first be published among all nations. But when they shall lead you and deliver you up, take no thought beforehand what ye shall speak, neither do ye premeditate. But whatsoever shall be given you in that hour, that speak ye. For it is not ye that speak, but the Holy Ghost. Now the brother shall betray the brother to death, and the father the son, and the children shall rise up against their parents, and shall cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all for my name's sake. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. But when ye shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet standing where it ought not, let him that readeth understand. Then let them that be in Judea flee to the mountains. And let him that is on the housetop not go down into the house, neither enter therein, to take anything out of his house. And let him that is in the field not turn back again to take up his garment. But woe to them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. And pray ye that your flight be not in the winter. For in those days shall be affliction such as was not from the beginning of the creation which Allah created unto this time, neither shall be. And except that Yah had shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, he hath shortened the days. And then, if any man shall say to you, Lo, here is Christ, or Lo, he is there, believe him not. For false Christs and false prophets shall rise, and shall show signs and wonders, to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect. But take ye heed. Behold, I have foretold you all things. But in those days, after that tribulation, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory.
And then shall he send his angels, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When her branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is near. So ye in like manner, when ye shall see these things come to pass, know that it is nigh, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass, till all these things be done. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day and that hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. For the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey, who left his house, and gave authority to his servants, and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even, or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning, lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch.